Is it possible to make a quilt interesting that's made with just one color?
Absolutely, and we have 5 great tips to share with you.
Hi, it's Fran Morgan.
And Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe.
What is a monochromatic quilt?
Well, simply put, a monochromatic quilt is just a quilt made with one basic color.
And Dolores, one of our viewers, requested a video on monochromatic quilts. So let's get started with some great tips. So our first quilt that we're going to use to demonstrate the examples of monochromatic is the Curio pattern. This is a great pattern because we have a nice big snowball here that you can put a beautiful focus fabric. And then we've got some sashing here that really helps give it some punch and separate those blocks so that you've got a really great dynamic quilt. So let's put it on the table and pull some fabric and talk about monochromatic quilts. So the first tip we want to share with you when making successful monochromatic quilts is scale. So let's start with the Curio pattern that is here on the table. So our focus fabric is a little bit larger scale print. Our number 2 is this cream that has a kind of a fleck in it. That is a medium. And then our number 3 basically is a small scale print. So that's how this one is so successful. Now let's look at some other fabric here. This fabric is gorgeous, guys. I love this.
This is going to be a beautiful quilt.
I know. The image is to die for. So just hang on, we're going to show that to you.
Okay.
So let's start with our focus fabric. This gorgeous kind of blue Asian influenced fabric is going to go where the big snowball is here, where the green is. This is a larger print. It is going to look gorgeous in this, and this is a directional print. Because our snowballs are made independently, this works really well. And beautiful blues in this. And of course you can see it's monochromatic because we have our light blues all the way up to our dark blues. Then our number 2 is a medium-sized print. And you can see that this print picks up all the lighter blues in our focus fabric. It's going to go in our background and in our sashing blocks here. Gorgeous. Now our number 3 is a small print, and it is darker, of course, and it's going to go in our sashing and our joining blocks, and that is going to give us our pop. Now, all of these fabrics are blues.
Absolutely.
And that is basically sums up a monochromatic quilt. But it's going to be so very interesting because we have the different scale of prints in our fabric, which works perfect.
Well, you know, the other thing is because we also sometimes use the terms light, medium, and dark. And one of the things about the different values here is I would point out this one has a lot of white that's added to it. And we like for the focus fabric to really show. But if you look down here at the bottom, even though it has a little white, it has a lot of the black.
Yes.
So that goes to your darkest shade. And it really works to do that. But
it really, really does. But let's show you the image so
Look
that you can see how fantastic it looks. Gorgeous focus fabric in those snowballs. I love that. Love how the number 3 fabric really frames that focus, and that number 2 gives your place the eye to rest, even though the number 2 is just simply a lighter shade of the blue, which gives that perfect pop. So just love this one. Now the kit information on this one, this is called Mindful Garden. It is our Curio pattern from the Make It Modern book, and we are suggesting the individual pattern of So Quick if you don't have that book.
now this one is called Time Machine. And you might look at this and say, why are you showing me this quilt when it's not monochromatic? Well, the reason we do is because we want you to see how any one of our quilts look great in a big floral or in monochromatic. Now, the fun thing about Time Machine is that actually you're trying to figure out, is this the block or what is the block on this one? It's kind of one of those little hidden ones, but it's a fun pattern, and we're going to show you how to make it really special with monochromatic. But if you'll hand me the cropper, I'll show you how you can make this quilt with 2 simple blocks. First of all, as you know, I love the simplicity of a square. And that's it. There's block number 1.
Simple.
So simple. And then down here, you make the half square triangles, and you make this block. And so what ends up happening is you'll have half of this block is going over here, and half of that block is going over here.
That's
so it's really cool. And it makes a great, I lovingly call it a busy quilt, a maximalist quilt.
Yes, but also I think this is the perfect pattern for a monochromatic print because there's interest in the pattern itself.
Yes.
And so that's going to actually add some interest to your monochromatic quilt. So I think it's kind of cool that we picked this one.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, because when you get that extra interest with the different piecing, it just makes it more alive. Now, one of the tips that we want to give you, and we've been talking about how you want to stay in the same basic value of a color, is you have at your disposal, no matter what the name of your paint companies are in your neighborhood, but these are the colors of paint that you can go to a paint store and pick up if you'd like. And one of the things that we've done with our fabric is that we've gone and picked the lightest, the darkest, and one in the middle. And that's a great way. Now, when I say in the middle, it might be this one or this one.
Right.
And when I say darkest, it might be this one. You know, so they can kind of change around, but you just want that difference in the value of the colors.
And so that's how you get the contrast, so that it doesn't just look boring, like one color.
And look at this one. It matches my monochromatic shirt.
Perfect choice.
Oh, well, just had to put that out there. Okay, now we're going to take our focus fabric, and our focus fabric is this great vine. Isn't that fun? And it's going to go in the number 1 spot, the focus spot here. And then we picked a number 2, which is the middle of that card that I was talking about.
Or the top of the card.
the top of the card, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
So really, this is the medium, this is the light, and this is the dark. Now remember, when you pick out your focus fabric, you pick it out, you take it away from the formula, and you just compare these two for your next two.
Okay.
So it could be that the light would end up the lightest of the 3. You do have the 3 different ones, but in this case, we have our focus. It's going to go here. Then we have our lightest that when you match these two.
Right.
This is going to go where you see this green. And then the third one is the darkest of those 2 leftovers. And that is going to go everywhere you see this pink. But enough to do about that. Let's show them a picture.
Oh, I love the picture. So this is a great example of a successful monochromatic quilt.
Absolutely. You can see how the color bounces around on that, and you can see all of that contrast, and you still have the interest of the focus.
Yes, and the time machine pattern gives you that line for your eye to follow, which is perfect. So it truly is. Now, what I love about monochromatic quilts as well, and because why would you want to do a monochromatic quilt, okay? There's a couple of reasons why, especially whenever you're making something as a gift or maybe even for yourself. The first thing you can do is you can ask your friend, okay, what's your favorite color? And then you can make a monochromatic quilt using their favorite color. And then whenever they put it in their home, you've got two schools of thought here. If they're a very minimalist decorator, it'll be perfect in that setting. Or if they're a maximalist decorator, it'll give a great place for the eye to rest. So it's going to be successful in any environment, which is great.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, well, let's get the kit information. It is Pink Bliss. It's the time machine pattern from the Easy Does It book, and an alternative pattern would be tumbling triangles.
So this quilt is City Lights, and this is another great one if you're using monochromatic fabric choices. So we have our focus fabric here in the big block, which is really going to show off a nice size print. We have our number 2 in the background and our 3 as these little stepping stones here going across the surface. And this is great because remember the time machine that we just looked at? This one is going to do the same thing, where it's going to give your eye a place to travel here and really help distinguish the light, medium, and dark fabrics. So let's put it on the table and talk a little bit more about that. We have some great fabric here. I love it. Also in shades of black, white, gray, which is perfect for monochromatic quilts.
You know what's really cool about this is it has all your shading in the actual focus.
It
so
does.
You've got your light, medium, and dark right there too.
That's great. So let's talk about this though, because you remember we showed you the paint chip. So if we were to look at this stack of fabric here, what we've got is our number 2 would be on the lightest scale. Our number 3 would be the darkest scale. Now this falls in the middle, and do you know why?
Because there's so much interest going on in it?
And it has the dark and the light all in one. So it kind of falls, so your eye kind of sees it more of a medium tone. So that's a tip, so don't forget that. Now, contrast is key. So whenever we're doing this, you can see our light, our dark, and our medium, and our paint chip kind of helps to determine that. And if you have a print like this, it's going to probably fall in your medium. So just keep that in mind.
You know what? I have not shared this tip in a long time, but there is a tip that every single one of you have that will help you distinguish contrast, and that is the squint.
Yes.
If you will squint when you're looking at your fabric, just squint, it kind of tones it down, you can see the difference in the light, medium, and dark. Or you can use your phone to take a picture and change it to grayscale. Either one would work, so you can see if you've got good contrast when you have these monochromatics.
That's a great tip. Thank you. Because sometimes it's really hard to tell whether it falls light, medium, or dark. And in this case, our focus is our medium.
Yeah.
So let's see how this is going to fall on the quilt. So we have our great focus. Don't you love this? All the hearts and the flowers and the fun patterns.
And the stitching in the background.
It's so fun. Cute. So this is going to go in our big block on City Lights so that you can really see this gorgeous fabric. So big block, big print, perfect. Our number 2, of course, we're taking this out of the equation, looking at the remaining 2. Our lightest here, which is so fun, is going in the background where you see the white here. And this fabric has just a little bit of silver, which really helps reflect the light, which is very cool.
I love that shimmer in there.
It's shimmery and shiny.
Yes.
So then our number 3 is a repeat of our number 2. It's the darkest, and it also has that little bit of shine, and it's going to go everywhere the black is, and it's just gorgeous. We're going to show you that image so you can see how gorgeous and how it falls so perfectly in the quilt. And I love the way these little patches here, these are little 4 patches put together, just gives your eye that place to look, and it really adds a lot of interest to this quilt. So love it.
I really like that. I love that focus fabric. It is the perfect monochromatic quilt.
Yes, it really, really is. So let's get you that kit information. It is called Sketched Bouquet, and it is the City Lights pattern that is in the Fast and Fun book, and it's also an individual.
Now this one is called Harmony, and when I designed this pattern, it reminded me of those little Zen rocks that you can find. Now you can find them in the decorating stores. They have the little stacked up rocks that are all glued together. But it just made me think about that concept of the things that looked a little off balance from one another, all stacked up, and I called it Harmony. So let's put it on the table and talk about this. Now, Fran, I think the name Harmony for the pattern is perfect for this because what you actually do whenever you're creating a monochromatic pattern is that you're creating harmony.
Yes.
So we talked about earlier, if you were a maximalist, it would give you a place to rest, and if you're a minimalist, it'll give you a pop of color, but also add a little interest to maybe an otherwise boring landscape, which I'm a minimalist. I have a very monochromatic home, but I've got pops of color. Now, one thing that's very important is you don't want to get boring while you're doing a monochromatic quilt. So this tip is using a variety of textures, and when I say textures, I'm talking about visual texture.
Right.
So when you look at this fabric, you can see there's like a texture to this number 1 fabric, and it almost looks like water, like you want to just put your hand in it.
Beautiful. It's gorgeous.
And that number 1 fabric is going to go in your focus spot, which is the snowball pattern. And then we've got more texture coming up with the number 2.
Yes.
And this is a small texture. So this is a larger texture here. You can see it. It really changes over a larger area.
Right.
This is a repeated texture, but it's the perfect background. So it'll fall to the back of your quilt. Then you've got your 3rd texture, and it's a smaller texture. So you've got your large, and you've got your medium, and then you've got your small.
Okay, it's perfect. And so none of these patterns or textures repeat either. So that really gives you a lot of variance, even though they're all kind of in the same color family.
So that is very important because you want those visual textures to cause the interest to the quilt as well. Now, I do want to point out that both the number 1 and the number 3 fabric on this are kind of a directional fabric, and this is the perfect pattern for that because these are created independently. There's not strip piecing that would cause something to turn the wrong direction.
Oh, that's great to know. We always need a pattern for directional fabric. And
Absolutely.
That's very good to know. And this is gorgeous. We should show them the image.
I think we should show you, now that we've just really talked about this one a lot, I think Fran and I are in love. But let's look at that image. Isn't that cool?
It is so cool, and I love the way it does create like a waterfall look with the way the textures blend together, even though one is big, one is small, and then the number 2 kind of reads like a solid, but it just works so beautifully together.
It's like creating a spa for your home or for a gift for someone. Now this one is called Fresh Air. Harmony is the pattern, and it's from the book Easy Does It. Now that is only in the book, so our suggestion for an alternate pattern would be Brick Street.
This quilt is our United quilt, and I like this one for monochromatic because, once again, we have a nice big block, and we have bordered it with our number 3 fabric, which creates a frame around it. So if we apply the rule of contrast like we talked about, and of our varying textures, this is going to work really, really well. And you know what? Sometimes with a monochromatic quilt, you might just want to add a little extra pop. So let's talk about that and put this one on the table. It's really kind of interesting. So if you have a little one, or if you just love this style, which I just love this style, we have all of these great animals and all their names. And okay, so whenever I put this down, I said, a narwhal?
Actually, that wasn't what you said. You said a unicorn whale.
Oh, yeah. What is this? Okay, but it's darling. Okay, so we learned something today. I loved it. So this fabric is darling, and it's great for this bigger block and then United, and I really, really like that. So this is our big print. So this is our big texture in our monochromatic quilt. So then we have our number 2, which is so cute. This is just a cream that matches the cream of this with squares and triangles and stars. That is going to be our background here. And this is our small print. So remember, we're adding all of that interest with all these different prints. Now we're going to add our dark print and our medium size, and that's the leaves. So look at this. Is this not great? I just love that with it.
You know what would be really cool, Fran, is if you have a friend and you want to make a baby quilt for them, you could change this up and personalize it by saying, what colors are you using in your nursery? And then rather than using this black, you could put in a red or a blue or, you know, whatever the personalization.
I love that, which is perfectly in line with our next tip, which is don't be afraid to break the rules. You know we like to be quilt rebels. And even though you want a monochromatic quilt, a pop of color can also be really great. So in this case, instead of using the black for our number 3 to make our frame, you could use a green or a red or a whatever color, another print. That would be great.
And you know what a lot of the daddies like are the camo. So you could put a camo there.
Oh, it would be so much fun. But this looks great in our number 3 position with our other 2 fabrics. So let's look at the image of that. It looks fabulous. I love this quilt.
I do too.
I just think it is so cute with all of the animals, and it's such a grown-up animal print. I like that. And then the number 2 is the perfect size to give you that texture on that sashing, and then that nice frame with the black leaves.
And I could see this being a great toddler quilt so they can learn to name all the different animals.
I can see this being a great adult quilt.
And we would try to name them too.
We would. I would say a narwhal. So the kit information on this one, it is called a Wild Party, and it is the United quilt from the Make It Patriotic book. And we are suggesting bold blocks as the individual pattern if you choose that. So we've covered lots of tips today on making monochromatic quilts successfully. What is the most important one?
I think it's pick a color that you love.
I love that. Now, if you've made a monochromatic quilt with a color you love, we would love to know about it. Be sure and let us know in the comments below. It's Fran Morgan
and Donna Robertson.
Happy quilting.